Hello Asmita, hello Casey, Dr. Casey, sorry. Hello Lakshmi.
So we've got about 36 people. So I think I'll tell you guys about the expectation form for now before we begin. So I'm just going to be sending out a quick form, just got about 3 questions on it. I'm going to put the link to the form on the chat right now. Um, and I request all of you who have joined the meeting to please fill up that form right now because we just want to get an overall idea of what you're really looking forward to from this session and what your expectations are. So if you could just quickly fill out this form for us, it'll be super helpful. I have put it on the chat and I will share it again in another 30 seconds. So as and when you're joining, please go ahead and fill out the form so that we know what exactly you're looking forward to and we can make sure we're catering to your expectations.
Hello Miri, hello Priti. Hello Anshu. Madhura ma'am is here. Hello ma'am. Hi.
By the time people join in, why don't you all just mention like where are you from, what are your expectations out of this event, and also do fill the form so that we understand this particular point better.
How are you, Sonali?
Hi, Madhura.
Hi. So good to have you.
Yes. Crazy times, though.
Really, I think that's why this is so needed.
Yeah.
And, I think I'm seeing a lot of new faces today.
Yeah, I don't recognize any one of them.
Yes.
Just a few names.
So that's great because it means that the mailers that the team sent out really resonated. I got a lot of wonderful responses back, in fact.
Wow. Despite that, I had kept the topic very, very vague and ambiguous. And nobody understands what energy exchange during COVID is. So it's interesting to see like how many people are here.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see what exactly they are expecting. I love this form idea. What are you expecting?
Yes. We've just sort of decided that we will go ahead with this format from now on to make sure that, we know that there is some sort of idea of the expectations before.
Yes.
Because after it's very, very easy to do, right? Because then taking the feedback is fairly simple, but that's what we want to do.
No, I love this idea. Absolutely. I love anyways questions.
We will do this for every event that we do from now on. So so we're looking at really using this in a much more powerful way because that is a very important tool in our hands, right? As to what do people want, what are they expecting, and therefore are we sort of meeting those expectations?
Yeah. Wow. Love it.
Yashasvi is saying that she was confused and curious at the same time looking at the webinar title. I must confess, so was I.
Yeah.
Even when you mentioned it to me.
That was the whole idea, actually. And I'll talk about that. Why was that the case?
Fantastic. Really look forward. I think all of us are looking for, some positivity in this whole situation. And there is so much of negativity and sadness all around that we're all looking for to channelize this pain in some way.
And that's why, Madhura, I don't have a presentation today, nothing. I'm just going to go with the flow. of the discussion and just sense exactly what is needed. And
We've
more
got quite a few
exercises,
responses on the expectation form. I could just take you through a few of them just in case.
Sure.
So we know
Yes,
what
yeah.
our people
Let's
are
do
looking
that.
forward to.
Yeah.
So a majority of them want to learn more about what the content is, how to handle stress, how to overcome the situation, or how to be free from boredom. And yes, they're all looking forward. So a lot of them are very confused about the topic and want to learn about the content by itself. And we have about 30% who also want to network, and a few of them who want to learn about prospective careers in this field too.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
That's great.
excellent.
So I think it's 12 now and we should begin. We have about 70 participants. That's a good number. We're expecting more, but so let's begin. So hello everyone. A very warm welcome to all of our viewers, participants, mentors, and our speakers who have joined us today. Um so I hope you all are doing well. I am Tejasvi Rathod, a second year undergraduate student pursuing BA from KC College, Mumbai. At AFH, I am an ambassador and also a part of the creative team. So I will be moderating today's session. So I hope that most of our viewers are members with us and know what AFH is. Those who are not, the membership links are mentioned in the chat box below. And those who have joined in for the first time, I would like to request Madhura ma'am, the founder and CEO at AFH, to introduce Aspire for her to them. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tejasvi. It's lovely to see you as a part of this session. You know, this is my favorite part of any webinar. But really, I don't want to take more than 30 seconds in talking about Aspire for Her, because I feel all of you know what it is. And this is more about the times that we live in, and what we can do together as a team, even when we are not together. I think that's the main theme here, and we'd like to keep it that way. While our mission is to motivate women to enter and stay in the workforce, and we want to add more than 1 million women to the workforce by 2025. It's become very important today for many reasons. We're seeing a lot of sadness around, we're seeing a lot of loss around. A large element of that is emotional loss, the loss of a loved one, or loss of livelihoods. But there is also a very hard financial element to it. And imagine so many families would have been better off if there were actually two streams of income instead of one. And there are so many unfortunate cases around that you see every day. So it is somewhere, it does boil down to the mission of Aspire for Her. Bad times, ensure that every woman has a career and has financial independence, so that even in the case of an unfortunate situation, she's not faced with an eventuality that leads to even more, sorrow, stress, anxiety, and everything else that comes with the loss of a loved one. So that's what really I'd like to leave you with. These are really bad times. We are looking for solace. We are looking for being together, and would love to hear what Sonali has to do for us.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Absolutely, being together and serving is really important in these uncertain times. Moving ahead, I'd like to say a few things about our today's topic and introduce a speaker for the day. So today's topic is energy exchange during COVID-19. The motive behind this session is to empower us right now in these times of uncertainty. So having said that, I would really like to take a few seconds and say a few lines from Haruki Murakami's book, Kafka on the Shore, which goes as, "And once the storm is over, you won't remember how you made it through, how you managed to survive. You won't even be sure, in fact, whether the storm is really over. But one thing is certain, that when you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. And that's what the storm is all about. So today, to help us with the process of feeling affable and walking through the storm of uncertainty efficaciously, we have a speaker, Sonali Mittra ma'am, who is a therapist, healer, and founder of Theta Foundation. Sonali ma'am is a therapist who helps us connect with our inner self. Earlier, she has done sessions on emotional freedom techniques and lessons on perseverance and emotional resilience. She is also a mentor with Aspire for Her and takes regular sessions of our ambassadors. We're really glad to have you here, ma'am, for today's session. Now, I'd request participants to put their questions in the chat box. So, Nalini ma'am will try to answer as many questions as possible at the end of the session. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you, Tejasvi. That was lovely. Very well summarized also. And thank you, Madhura, for creating this platform. Truly, truly, it is so wonderful that we can do this together. Um, and I wonder what this session can create today. Like I said, I don't have a presentation and I'm just going to go with the flow and see where it takes us, what it can create for us, and how she has set with this form asking you, what is it that you're expecting, is a beautiful start of beginning to be in the energy of the question, the power of questioning, what it is, what is happening, how do I deal with it, what can we do with it, what can we create. So today, instead of us answering the questions one by one, what I would really like to do is give a very different perspective and introduce you to a very different possibility. Right. So let's go over, let's say, three universal facts with which the entire world operates, how it functions. So let's take like a really broad perspective, three universal principles, and then bring it down to what is happening with us right now and what we can do about it. Okay. So starting from here, the first universal fact is that we are a part of a much larger reality, something which is beyond our comprehension, something which is beyond our understanding as of now, and definitely something which is beyond our control. And why am I starting with this particular universal fact is that all of us, people around us, have this false sense of control. That no, if I understand this, or if I get vaccinated, or if I do these steps, then I have my life in control. It's a very false sense of control. Next day, something will happen and all of it kind of collapses. So this entire pandemic, this entire COVID situation, what is it one thing that it's teaching us? You are not in control. You cannot control something which is so much larger than you. But you are also part of this entire big reality. One patient zero in China has been able to spread this virus all across the world and have such a greater impact. That's the negative part of it. But what it tells us is also it can be converted into something positive, or what it helps to for us to understand is also that how beautifully we are all connected. It has turned out to be something negative at the moment, but there is this understanding that we are all in one way or the other connected, which is also aspire for us, together we can. And truly so. We have never seen the world come together, work together, help together, be together in this massive a scale. So let's take a step back and see, oh my God, are we all so truly beautifully connected? Are we all part of this one giant major reality? And how do we become aware of that? Is this one simple exercise that I want to start with. Like before we even get into a discussion, I would want you to just feel it, how you are a part of this massive, large reality. Okay. So right now, I want you all to close your eyes. and sit somewhere comfortably where you can sit for 5 minutes absolutely comfortably. If you want to take a back rest or if you want to fold your legs, whatever it is, just sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take a deep breath, a slow deep breath. Another slow deep breath. And feel your body as much as possible. As you begin to feel the body, start to feel the outer edges of your body. You start to feel the room that you're in, the house that you're in. You start to become aware of your house in the neighborhood. You're expanding further and you become aware of the entire city. With every breath, you further expand and you're becoming aware of your entire country. Other countries, the subcontinent. You expand further, your awareness is growing, you're becoming aware of the oceans. You start to become aware of the entire globe, all the countries, all the landscape, all the water bodies in it. You expand further, you become bigger, you grow bigger, bigger than this earth. You become aware of this earth. And now you're almost reaching out into space, becoming aware of the vastness of the space. You can feel it, you can sense it, you can be aware of it. You start to melt and dissolve into it. Into the space with all the planets, the sun, maybe bigger than that. It feels absolutely still and calm, as if you have just surrendered and you have dissolved yourself in the vastness. And from that vastness, you look back at your body. And you realize your body is part of your being. And with all that awareness, all that expansion, peace, stillness, you start to come back into your body. You slowly begin to come back into your body with that awareness, with that expansion, with that connection, with that peace and stillness. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach. And you tell your body, I am here, I am back. Take a deep breath in and come back in the here and now. You can slowly open your eyes and come back in the here and now. That, my dear friends, is the vastness of your awareness. The power, the potential that you have to be aware of the entire world. In this tiny little body of yours, you have that power, you have that potential. How beautifully aware you are and how beautifully connected you are to everything. That is the energy. Is everybody back? I could get some yeses so that I know that I can move forward. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. So how did it feel to realize how big and vast, beyond your comprehension, your own awareness is? The power that you all have in your body to be connected, to be aware. And with this awareness is what we are going to move forward in asking, how can we deal with this pandemic? It felt really powerful, yes, truly so, truly so. Right. So, while many of us are waiting for the world to go back to normal, the world the way it was, well, once the paper is burnt, can it be recreated? No. If you put in the effort in trying to recreate it, what will happen? You will expend a lot of energy. You will just try and struggle with it, right? What if this is the new normal and you be in allowance of that? Moment we allow it to happen to us as part of the larger reality, things will start to calm down and smoothen and become more flowy and easy. Right? So first thing that we need to get out of our mind, and it's really important for us to accept, is that this is the new normal. This is how life will start progressing from here forward. It's not going to go back. When we move forward and we are not looking back, we are here and present with us. We then work from a solution consciousness rather than a problem consciousness. Right? We don't work from a past benchmark, but we be here in the present and look forward, move forward. Right now, why the energy exchange? Because the first and the foremost thing that we need to do is to conserve the energy that we have, not let it dissipate out of our body, because then how are we going to move forward? How are we going to find solutions? And how can we ever find peace and joy if we keep referring back to the past? So the first key rule, this is the new normal, allow it to happen rather than resisting it. When you resist something, you put a lot more energy. But when you allow something, you're already in a very calm state of mind. And then you look for a solution. Right? So being in allowance of your own power, of your own awareness, and of the situation which is there is the first principle that I'm going to leave you with, like the first key takeaway. Right? What you can do is ask the question, what can I create with this? What greater can I create with this? This is what has happened. This is what the reality is. Instead of judging it, oh my God, something horrible has happened, or oh my God, something like, disastrous has happened and everything. Can I not judge it for right now? Because anyways, I don't understand it. And if you can't understand something, you cannot judge it. Simple. So take a step back. What can I create with this? What can I do with this? What can I do that will help me, my life, and the people around me? So we start by asking this question to ourselves, not to anyone else, not to expert, not to your parents, not to your friends. You have to ask this question to yourself. You are so aware of your own body, of your own potential, that this answer will only come from within, from you. And perhaps and I'll talk to you about that in a second. Why do you need to ask this question to yourself and not to anyone else? Right? So being in allowance is the first thing. This is what has happened. Now, what can we do about it? You become present in your body and you act more proactively and from a solution consciousness. Now, let me move to the second universal fact. That second universal fact is that everything in the world exists because of a duality. So there's a right and a wrong, there's a good and a bad, there's a black and a white, there is a feminine and a masculine, there is a yin and a yang, there's a north and a south. Everything in this world exists because there are two polar opposite sides of it. That's what brings something into existence, right? Even us, we have a masculine and a feminine, we have a positive and a negative side, we have a north pole and a south pole, etc. So on. So duality. Now, if there is something so horrible about this pandemic, the situation that we are in, then there is something right about it as well. And when we focus all our attention, all our energy, all our thoughts into the negative side of it, it will grow and it disbalances the system. Right? So can we, I know it's very hard to even think in that direction right now, but can we take again a step back and see, okay, this is what's happening. We are losing a lot of loved ones. There's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of grief. There's panic. There's financial insecurity brewing in. But what is right about this? What is it right about this that we are not able to see? These people that we have lost, and I know when I say this, it's going to hit hard, but just giving you another perspective to look at this, because it will help you to deal with it a lot easier. When we look at the people that we have lost, the loved ones that we have lost, imagine that they will now come back with a much healthier body, with immunity. People, the children who are born right now are born with like natural immunity, with a completely new life. What has happened is horrible, but what we can do about it, or what energy we can be to deal with it, has to come from a different perspective. So can we say goodbye to those people, all the people that we have lost, all the people, all the loved ones, friends, colleagues, relatives that we have lost, say goodbye to them and imagine that they will come back into a newer life, a newer body, a healthier body with more immunity to deal with what is going to happen next. That is a possibility. So instead of fighting what is happening, and we cannot do anything to control it as of now, can we look at it from this perspective? Can we say goodbye to them and come back in our own body and ask what else can we do here to contribute to us, our lives, and to these people, to others, the family members, relatives, friends. Yeah. So what is right about the situation that you're in? If you are getting bored, if you are in quarantine, if you are at home, if you don't have a job, if you don't have your courses running, etc., what is right about this that I'm not getting? What can I do when I'm sitting alone? Can I be more creative? Can I get in touch with myself, my body, and actually ask the question, what is it that you need? Yeah. What is right about being alone at home? What is right about being in quarantine? What is right about losing a job? Body, are you trying to tell me that I need to look for another perspective? Body, are you trying to tell me that I need to do maybe more courses? Or maybe help out my parents, maybe help out my relatives, maybe volunteer at campsites? What is right about this that we are not getting? Again and again, we have focused too far, too long on the wrongness of the situation. What is right about this that we are not getting? Have we ever seen the world come together this closely, volunteering, working together? What better can we create with this? How much more effectively and adequately can we create with this? Again, what is right about this that we are not getting? And moment you start to see what is right and wrong about this, you become centered and balanced. And balance is the key, which is the second takeaway from this session. Be balanced and centered in yourself. If something is happening wrong, there has to be something right about it as well for it to be in existence. Moment you're aware about both the sides, it will balance out. It will center yourself. It will suddenly make you feel calm. That, okay, I know there is wrong. I see it. I observe it. Now there is something right. And I choose this. I choose the rightness of it. So whether I'm staying home alone, getting bored, getting stressed, I am choosing to do something about it. And that answer will come from within. You will just know. Moment you ask this question, you'll know, oh, I can just sing all day, or I can learn guitar, or I can take up a course in Udemy. Anything and everything. It will just start showing up in your life, in your body, when you ask that question. Cool. So second takeaway is be balanced and be centered. I have an exercise for that, but I think we will shoot time if I do that. So let me go for the third and the most important part of this discussion. The third universal fact, which is we are all made of energy. The trees, the plants, the viruses, the bacteria, the earth, everything and anything that is in existence right now is made up of energy. And that's the first exercise that we did, was just sensing that energy. Right? And knowingly and unknowingly, because we are in an interactive environment, we interact with each other and contribute to each other's growth, or the panic and the fear and the sadness as well. Right? So when two people are interacting, for example, when I'm talking to you right now, it's only 7% which is verbal, 93% of it is energetic. And that is why when two people are interacting, you start sensing something in the body. You meet a strange person on the street and everything. Whether your body will just like shrug. It's like, I don't want to talk to this person. Or your body will contract, or you won't even want to like talk to that person. You meet another strange person and you'll be like, oh my God, it's like an instant click. Your body will feel lighter and expansive, and you'll be like all flowy and talkative and everything, right? What is happening, even before you have started speaking to that person, that is, what is happening? Energetically, the bodies have started interacting already. 93% of it is energetic interaction, right? So only 7% is verbal. So even before you start talking, the other person is already sensing the energy. Can you be aware of it? Can you ask your body, what are you sensing? And now comes the most critical part of it, that more often than not, and actually most of the time, we are not even aware that this is somebody else's energy or thoughts that we are sensing in our body. So the fear, panic, anxiety, sadness, is it truly yours, or you are sensing it from the person that you're talking to or person that you're thinking about? 93% is energetic interaction. Let me give you an example. For example, I didn't have a good sleep and I woke up a little tired in the morning. I woke up tired and I'm like, I don't feel like working today. I'm feeling a little tired and exhausted. I switch on the TV, I hear COVID news, COVID news, COVID news, COVID news. And I'm getting a little scared. Oh my God, what if the exhaustion is one of the symptoms? So I read up 100 things about it on the internet. And I'm feeling like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like a little bit of my fear is now 10%, let's say. Okay. I'm like scared that what if I have COVID and 10% of my energy has gone into fear. Then I call up a few friends and they said, no, you should get it checked. And I'm very worried about you. I'm very concerned. Should I come get you, do this, do that and everything? And gives me like a list of 10 things to do. Now his fear that I might have COVID, I have absorbed. So now my fear, which was 10%, which could have gone off with a sleep or taking a paracetamol or something like that, has become 50%. Then I read more news and 30 more percent of it, my fear has increased 30 more percent, it has gone up to 80%. By the time it's evening, the little bit of exhaustion that I had in the morning has become like draining energy. Like I can't even get up from my bed anymore. I can't even go get myself a glass of water. And I am panic stricken. What if I have COVID? Now I have to get tested, etc., etc., etc. Right? So what I started with was 10% of my fear, which I could have dealt with on my own. But by the time it was evening, I have absorbed the fear of 100 other people, and my 10% has become 100%. Now it has become overwhelming. I am panic stricken and I don't know what to do about it. Why can't I do anything about it? Is because it is not mine. We cannot change what is not ours. It's a universal fact. Can you change something which does not belong to you? You can try, you can struggle, you can get frustrated with it, but you will not be able to change what is not yours. When I return the 90% of the energy, which is not mine, 10% of the fear I can deal with on my own. I can go off to sleep, or I can just meditate, or I can do exercise, or I can go for a walk, or I can just sleep it off, whatever my body needs right now. My body can handle my fear. My system, my energy can handle my fear. I can't handle 90% of the other people's energy. That is what causes the anxiety. That is what causes the panic. So the questions that I got about stress and anxiety and sadness, the question that you need to ask, is it really mine? And if you're not able to change it, definitely it is not yours. And when we are taking somebody else's energy, for example, let me give you another example. So what's happening with the friend that I spoke to in the morning, for example? She was so worried and concerned and everything. Now she's constantly thinking about me, right? She's constantly like, what if she has COVID and how will she manage it and how will she handle it and everything? And she's feeling so helpless, right? I'm not able to help. I'm not able to do anything. I need to help. I need to help. I need to help. What has happened? She has given up so much of her energy. Now she's feeling drained and exhausted. She can't do anything. She can't control the situation. She can't help me. But constantly thinking about it, feeling guilty about it, feeling helpless about it, she has drained herself now. So while I take 30% of her energy, she's operating from 70% energy. It's pure maths. 70% she's operating and I'm operating at 130, for example. Right? I am overwhelmed, I am anxious, I am jittery, I am frustrated, and she's all drained now of energy. That is how the energy exchange is happening right now. So how many people's fear have you absorbed? How many people's sadness have you absorbed, which you are not able to change? And when you're absorbing it, you are draining them of their energy. So neither of you can be okay in your own space. Neither of you can handle your own situation. Neither of your bodies are going to feel okay. You all have the capacity to heal yourselves, to deal with your own issues. You do not need an external thing. But are you in your body? Are you truly feeling what you are feeling, or are you feeling it for somebody else? And for this, being just aware of it is half the battle won. Right? So what we can do is at this point, I also want to suggest one more thing. So, every thought that we have, so anger, hatred, sadness, panic, anxiety, all of these thoughts create a certain electrical frequency. That electrical frequency then goes into the body and our body reacts in the same way, right? Or resonates in the same way. So thought creates an electrical frequency which through the neurons in our brains circulates into our body. Right? Now, that's why when you feel sad, your shoulders will droop, your body will contract, it will start to make it smaller. But when we are happy or joyful or peaceful, our bodies are expansive, they are light, they are upright. So every emotion creates an electrical frequency. Through that electrical frequency or neurons, our bodies act or function. Moment we are scared, there is our lower frequency, our body's immunity lowers. So even before you have contacted COVID, the fear of getting COVID is going to lower your immunity and you will contact COVID. It is absolutely a hard fact that fear, anger, grief, shame, helplessness will create the lower frequencies in the body. Your neurons and your hormonal system will contract. It lowers the immunity. And it's not necessarily it's corona. It could be any other form of infection. So many other people have got cold and cough and everything, right? You will contract infection from outside once that happens. So, and when this is your thought, you can change it. Okay, fear, fine. I don't need to get scared. Be in allowance, center yourself, do the 2 or 3 exercises that I'm going to give you now, and ground yourself. Your body has to show up as your thought process. So if you're feeling, okay, fine, I'm healthy, I am fine, I am okay, your body has to show up like that. It will just happen in a very automatic engineering process. It's like a very engineering sort of a process. Inner engineering, like Sadhguru calls it. So with that, I want to now do the last exercise and then we can take up questions. Are you ready for the exercise? And this exercise is called energy exchange. I hope this clarifies the topic of the discussion today. Awesome. So again, one last time, I want you all to close your eyes. And again, sit comfortably because this is going to be about a 10-minute exercise. Everybody close your eyes, sit comfortably in whatever position you like. If you want to lie down, that's fine as well. Feel your body as much as possible. Take a slow, deep breath and feel your body as much as possible. Just sense the chair or the bed, wherever you're sitting. And now in your head, go to a room where you feel completely safe and comfortable. A room in your head where you feel completely safe and comfortable. It has to be a real room, not an imaginary room. Perhaps a vacation room, perhaps somewhere that you visited and you really like. Or it could be your childhood room. Somewhere that you feel very comfortable and safe, and no one can enter or exit this room without your permission. It's your room for the duration of this session. See this room in detail. The furniture, windows, doors, color of the wall. And now, shut the windows, shut the doors, and sit in the room comfortably facing one of the doors. Notice the time of the day when you are sitting in this room. If it's morning or afternoon, you will slowly notice that the daylight is changing to early evening. It's becoming dusky. You're sitting comfortably outside. It's early evening, dusky. Doors and windows all shut. You're relaxing. You are safe. You're feeling comfortable. No worry in the world right now. Just be there. Now, outside the door are the people from whom you have absorbed fear of COVID from, or any sort of fear. The door slowly opens and something or someone walks in. See how many people come in. Make the room bigger if the need be. It could be a news anchor or a relative, friends, WhatsApp forwards, anyone and everyone you have absorbed the fear of COVID from, let them walk into that room. Make the room big enough to accommodate everyone. Stand facing them and ask your body to return all the fear and anxiety back to wherever it came from, to whoever in that room it belongs to. Tell your body, it does not belong to me. Whatever does not belong to me, the fear, the anxiety, or any other emotion, it could be anger, frustration, sadness. Just ask your body, release whatever is not mine to whoever it belongs to. You will start to see, feel, or hear your body releasing. It could be in the form of a light, vibration, colors, or even words that come to your head, or any other way that comes naturally to you. Body of today, release. Body of today, release. Body of today, release whatever doesn't belong to me, whatever I have absorbed from these people. You can lightly tap your body to whatever part is aching or paining right now, or your head, or your shoulders, or your entire body. Just lightly tap it, the head, the face, the shoulders, arms, your chest, your stomach, your thighs, your calves, and your legs. Body, release what is not mine. And once you have returned all the energy that does not belong to you, you bring back what you lost. Remember, our bodies always balance. So now from all of these people, you bring back what you lost. It could be calmness or joy or peace, strength, courage, power, whatever is naturally, authentically yours. It's like your body has become a magnet and it's drawing back its own original, authentic energy. Feel it coming back. Again, it could be in the form of light, vibrations, colors, objects, or just words. Some people hear it, some people feel it, and some people see it. Whatever comes naturally back to you. Just in case you see anything negative coming back, again return it to the sender. Our original authentic energy is always positive in our own space. Now send all the people, WhatsApp, forwards, news anchors, back relatives, back to where they belong. You will start seeing them leaving the room and returning back to their bodies, wherever they are. See the room emptying. Now fill the room with bright sunlight, which reaches every cell of your body. Bright sunlight which reaches every single cell of your body, re-energizing it, refreshing it, and anchoring your own original authentic energy. You are you now. You are safe, you are centered, you are balanced. And with that feeling, that awareness, you start to come back into your current room. You rub your palms together. And put on your face, especially your eyes. You can slowly open your eyes and come back in the here and now. Come back in the here and now with 100% of your consciousness. Welcome back, everyone. So this is an exercise that you can do morning before going off to bed or early in the morning when you wake up with anyone or everyone you are feeling a little disconnected or feeling a little overwhelmed with. People you're feeling helpless, people you're feeling scared of, people you're feeling that you're not able to connect. So you can just go into this room, right? You can call that person, do the energy exchange, see what goes out of your body and what you get back, and ground yourself. And then you come back here. So you can do it with a group of people. You can do it with one person. You can do it for people that you are not able to communicate with through usual means. So somebody that you really want to express something, or they are not ready to listen, or you are not able to talk to them, just call that person in, communicate whatever you want to express, exchange the energy, and let them go back. Yes, you can do it alone. So I would like to leave you with these exercises and the 3 universal facts and the 3 things like key takeaway from this session. Be in allowance. Do not try to control the situation. It is not to be controlled. Be centered and balanced. Remember the polarity. What is wrong about this? What is right about this? And the third is energy exchange. Be aware of what is yours and what is not. By just doing the energy exchange exercise, you will empower the other person also to heal themselves. By taking their energy, you're not going to empower anyone. You're not going to help anyone. So the best way we can help people out, if you're not volunteering already physically, is by just returning their energies back to them so that they are empowered enough to help themselves. So I'm going to leave you with that. And thank you for listening in and doing the exercises. So Tejasvi, back to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are receiving a lot of good comments, how people are feeling really relaxed and rejuvenated after doing those exercises. And truly, the entire guided visualizing exercises, it was such a meditative experience. Also, the key takeaways. I really love the first key takeaway that you said, that it's very necessary for us to change our perspective, to the situation when we can't really change the situation. That's the key thing, first thing that we should look during during this entire pandemic. So now we are open for the Q&A session.
Questions?
Uh, if some of you have questions, you can unmute yourself or put the questions in the chat box. We did receive few questions during the session.
If anybody would like to know more about this concept, this philosophy, and the questions, how to ask more questions, and there is it basically from Access Consciousness. It's an organization. So I'll leave in the chat the website address for Access Consciousness, so you can find books, you can find talks by Dr. Dane here and Gary Douglas, which are really, really interesting. It's a refreshingly unique take on things. So if you'd like to do that, I would just send the address to everyone in the chat. Please do access it. Please do access it.
You can also be Access Consciousness facilitator, right? I mean, I read about it.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Gary Douglas, loads of books and loads of absolutely life-changing exercises. So you can check them out. They have a YouTube channel also. Lots of free talks. Yes, Tejasvi, go ahead and you be the moderator. You tell me who's going to ask questions.
Yeah, sure. So the first question that we received was in the beginning of the session, was by someone named Casey, that uh, uh, do you have any tips to help with anxiety which comes with the pandemic, or during the panic attacks and anxiety?
Yeah. So again, ground yourself at that moment. Ask yourself, is this mine? Like I explained, anxiety or panic happens when it becomes too overwhelming in our system, when we have taken up like everybody's energy. So at that moment, if you can do energy exchange, do it. Otherwise, do the grounding exercise, which is just jump and dissipate the energy. Or third, you can do just put one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach and take 10 deep breaths. And in doing so, feel your hands on the chest and stomach, and feel the chest and hands on your hands. Chest and stomach on your hands. So reversed. Do this simple exercise and you should be all right. And if not, there are other tools also, which I can't cover here. But these three will really dissipate a lot of the anxiety and panic in the moment, instantly.
So the next question, two people have asked similar questions. One is Krupavati and Sugandha Sinha. So they've asked that in today's situation when everyone is at home, how do you not absorb the excess and the negative energy from other people?
How do you not absorb it? Just see what it is doing to your body, and it's a choice. I hate to tell you this, but you are so powerful that you choose either to absorb or not to absorb. So, what do you choose to do? You see what it is doing to your body, and you can't change it when you absorb it from somebody else. So, sometimes when we try to help others, we just like, oh, apna dukh mujhe de do. पर वो नहीं change कर सकते. And you give your fear to me. Or subconsciously, if you're absorbing, do the energy exchange process, let it go back to them. Body, return to the sender, whatever does it belong to me. Key, mool, mantra. It will really do it for 30 days continuously. It will change your body. It will change your life. Like Gary says. Yeah. But how not to absorb? A starts with a choice. What am I choosing? Why am I choosing to absorb somebody else's fear? Am I choosing it out of guilt? Am I choosing because I am scared? I can deal with my fear, but somebody else's fear, first return it back. Your own fear, you'll know what to do with it. Yeah. You can talk to your friend, you can talk to your mom, you can talk to your dad. Your own fear, you'll know what to do with it. Get rid of it. It's somebody else's fear that we don't know what to do with it. Choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, so the next question is, I think it's a bit unique kind of question though. So why do most meditative sessions end with rubbing hands and putting on eyes? It feels so good, but wish to know if any good reason it has. It's
Yeah.
asked by Shilpa.
When you're rubbing your palms together, you're again like a polarity thing that I mentioned, like the duality. So you're bringing it all together into balance. And with this energy that you feel, the warmth or the static energy that you feel in the hands, when you put it here, it just completes a circuit right here, right? In this form on your face. And it just grounds you back into the body. It makes you aware of your body. So there is an energetic reason why we do that.
Wow, this is something really new to learn. Thank you for this question. Yeah. So the next question is by Akshinta is how to lead a positive and optimistic life.
It's a choice. Start asking yourself that. What do you do? You see your awareness bigger than the globe, bigger than the planets and earth. You're part of such a beautiful, massive creation. And it starts with a choice. What do you choose to do? Do you choose to be optimistic? You will become optimistic. If you choose to be a victim, you will become victim. If you choose to be like a crass, rude person and everything, you will become that. So what are you choosing? And that power lies within you. See the energy of that. When you say that, oh, I have a choice to shape my life, whatever and however I want to, it's such a change and empowering energy. And it all begins with that willingness. Right? So,
The next question is by Varsha. She's asking how to stop feeling so helpless during quarantine.
um, right. So, first, ask yourself whether this helplessness is yours or somebody else's that you're taking. Like, so many times we are told and we are structured in that way also, though, no, you must help everybody. You must do this thing, otherwise, you will be a horrible person. अगर जो आप कोविड के टाइम पे लोगों को हेल्प नहीं कर रहे हैं and everything, then you are a horrible person because you are fine. It's like almost a survivor's guilt that is being circulated. That आपको कोविड नहीं हुआ and आपके फैमिली में कुछ नहीं हो रहा and everything, then you must give your resources, give money, give time, give attention, give everything. Right? It's a social conditioning. You can really help sitting in home doing nothing by just being you. So if you feel like helping, and after releasing the energy, is it my helplessness or is it society's helplessness? When you do that energy exchange, after that, still you're feeling helpless, you ask this question, what do I need to be or do to contribute to this society right now? Whatever it needs, which goes back to Madhura's first form. What are you expecting? When you answer that question, then we can be what you need. How many times do we help people without even asking them what is it that you need? किसी को सड़क पे देखते हैं तो खाना ही पकड़ा देते हैं. उसको भूख लगी है कि नहीं लगी है, we don't even ask that question. Right? So what space, what energy or what consciousness do I need to be sitting in my house to help this person or to help or to empower this person so that they can help themselves? It could be just a phone call. It could be just a word assuring them that, yes, you can deal with this. You have the power to deal with this. So what kind of space can I occupy? What kind of energy can I be for this person to heal themselves? You are not going to help them heal. They are going to heal themselves. So what can I be to help this person heal themselves? That's the question to ask. You will be guided by your own body, by your own mind. Trust your intelligence. Really, truly, I cannot emphasize this enough. Trust your intelligence. You know much more than you think. You are capable and you have the potential to know much, much more than you think. And maybe that is why everybody is in isolation right now, because it forces them to get in touch with themselves, their own potential, and their own awareness. So be that. Yeah. Awesome. Next question.
We have quite a few questions. So people have actually asked those questions twice. So I think I will take like 2 or 3 more questions as soon as possible. So the next question is how to find the inner peace. It's by Shrishti Kumari.
What is it? Where is Shrishti? Can I see her, please? Shrishti, are you there? Can you switch on your video? Can I see you? Hate interacting with the gray box.
No, actually, I put it oil in my hair, so I can't show my face.
That's all right. Okay, tell me, Shrishti, what do you understand by inner peace? What are you asking for?
What I'm asking is like we always get panic in any tough situation. That's general thing that we are getting panic in tough situation. But what I have noticed now that even if we are getting something we want, we are not like we are always hustling for anything. We are not grateful for even little things. We are not grateful for those things. So I want to have like a just peace. Jo hai shanti se khush raho. Want that kind of thing.
Yeah, start doing this energy exchange exercise. It will happen so organically, you won't even have to ask for it. It is your authentic original energy. You get in touch with it, it will happen organically. You'll not have to put effort for it. Peace is something that you should come very naturally to you, as easy as breathing. You never ask you, oxygen hai ki nahi hai? Although in these times you can pretty much ask that question too, but it should come as naturally as breathing to you. You never have to put an effort in getting peace. It will just come. So do the energy exchange exercise. Again, like I said, a lot of panic and anxiety you're absorbing from the environment around you, and it is a panic-stricken environment. By the time it's 21 days, 30 days of the exercise, you will just have it. It'll just come to you. And there are other couple of exercises that you can start doing. But it will require a little bit of disciplined working towards releasing what is not yours. Peace is something very natural. It'll come. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. And I have like one thing to say. So many people ask for peace. Nobody's asking for joy. Whatever happened to living life with joy and happiness? Like, I want peace. I want peace. Suppose yogi ban jana hai kya? You have this life. And if anything, this pandemic has taught us how to value life. Ask for joy, ask for happiness. It's such a vibrating, magnetic energy. It changes people around. You can impact so many more people with that sort of energy. Have you seen a baby walk into a room and it just like literally in a fraction of a second, it like makes everybody feel lighter? That is the authentic energy that we are born with. Get in touch with that, bring that up. I think the world can do a lot better with that than just peace. So peace will come naturally. Don't worry about it.
So before moving on to the next question, I would like to tell participants that feedback form is mentioned in the chat. Do fill that. And there are actually quite a few questions, but we are running short of time. So I think I'll merge 2 to 3 questions and ask if that's okay. So the next question, I think it's quite important, is asked by Shilpa ma'am. It goes as young kids are also affected with all of this. So how, as mom, I can transfer some positive energy to them?
Moment you are grounded and centered, children are extremely intuitive. Like they have this generative capacity in themselves, and they pick up the most from the mothers, especially from age 2 to 18. They will pick up a lot from you. They will reciprocate you. They will mirror you. So moment you ground yourself, center yourself, calm yourself, they will automatically reciprocate. They will start responding to that. There are other techniques that we do with children. If you can get in touch with me, I can tell you. The easiest one is EFT. I don't know if we have the recording from the last session that we did, but that is usually very useful with the children. But as mother or as father, do the energy exchange, get grounded, your child will resonate with that. They basically replicate and reciprocate the mother's energy.
So the next, I've merged 3 to 4 questions into one actually. Uh, so it's about the online classes. People are getting exhausted and tired during online classes, and they're getting quite angry, and they are not having a quality sleep. So how to do all of this? Control
Must be
anger,
you are
have
picking
quality
up
of
the
sleep.
anger and frustration of the teachers. For sure. They are sitting at home and more frustrated than you are. So return their energies. And again, look at what is right about this that you're not getting. What is right about getting online classes? What all resources do you have right now with you? And how can you create better with that? Instead of looking at the tiredness and the wrongness of it. And while you're doing the online classes, also remember to keep asking your body every 1 hour, every half an hour, body, what do you need? Does it need more water? Does it need to rest its eyes? Do you need a back support while you're sitting? Make your body as comfortable as possible. Guys, I cannot stress this enough, but your bodies are your best friends. More than your parents right now, they are the ones who will protect you, who will ground you, and who will make and help you create better. So you have to, 2 things you need to do, 3 things actually. Energy exchange with the entire class, whoever's frustration and fear that you're picking up or tiredness you're picking up, including the teacher. The second is keep asking your body what it needs. Does it need rest? Does it need glasses to protect from the UV rays? Does it need water? And whatever you can do to make it really comfortable. And the third thing is ask what is right about this that I'm not getting? What is right about doing online classes that I'm still not seeing? It will shift the energy. Awesome.
This question is asked twice actually. So how to get a quality sleep?
How to get a quality sleep? Do exercise. See, right now, because we are all at home, there's not enough physical exercise happening, and we are not traveling and we are not getting outside sun exposure and everything. You must do 45 minutes of any form of physical exercise at home. It will improve your sleep for sure. And no television or phone and everything 1 hour before sleeping, because your brain just kind of juggles up too much if you do that. So a little bit more different kind of discipline when you are all at home. But 45 minutes of exercise, which will make you sweat, is absolutely essential. Again, goes back to ask your body what it needs. You have to give your body the energy, the water, the sugar, the salt, whatever it is that you need when you are at home. So 45-minute exercise, energy exchange, and no gadgets, no electronics 1 hour before sleeping.
Yes, absolutely. It helps us balance our circadian rhythm, as we say it. So with this, I think we have to end this session over here. And I am extremely sorry if someone's questions weren't answered since we are falling short of time. But if you would like to connect with Sonali ma'am, her LinkedIn and Instagram handles are mentioned in the chat box. Please take a look at it. Also, please fill the feedback forms, and all the Aspire for her social media handles are also put up in the chat box. So do follow us. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can see more such webinar videos over there. Uh, I would like to thank Sonali ma'am and all the ambassadors and all the people who have joined us today and been through this entire wonderful session. So I think with this we should end today's session. Again, thank you so much, everyone. Take care, stay safe, and stay healthy. That's it. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tejasvi. This was so very well moderated, despite having so many questions. Look how calm she was. Like, oh my gosh, she didn't panic. So many questions. Excellent. Thank you, Tejasvi, for being so
Thank you
calm
so
and
much,
awesome.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone,
you
for
so much.
participating and doing this exercise and writing such lovely comments. It truly will create something great.
And a big thanks to Madhura ma'am as well
Thank you
for
so
giving us
much.
this opportunity.
Thank you, Tejasvi. Thank you, Gulin, Sonali. As always, you were amazing, and look forward to having many more of these kind of sessions, especially in times like these. Thank you very much, everyone, for being part of it.
Thank you, everyone. Stay safe.
One last request before leaving. If possible, can everyone turn on their cameras so that we can take like a good picture after we are being relaxed after all the exercises that Ma'am has taught us today.
Nice, happy, relaxed picture.
Yeah, wow.
Madhurvan, please, if you can turn on your video, please do this.
Yes, I will. I just actually have a really funny, patchy net today, but I should do it.
Come on, everyone, just give us a big smile if possible.
Wow, everyone.
So many faces. So good to see you all. Yeah. Right. Done, I guess.
Well done, Tejasvi. Thank you, Gurleen. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madhura.
Bye-bye.
Bye.